Sorry, I forgot. I forgot to turn on my mic. Hey everyone, how you all doing? Uh, Welcome to Giter Talks, episode 3. Yeah, I know I've been away for a while, but I'm back, and yeah, feeling pretty good about it. Uh, we'll see who pops up. If yeah, but yeah, so I've been kind of having dealing with a lot of stuff, a lot of things in the family, and a lot of personal things. Uh, but yeah, I'm trying to get back to the way it's supposed to be. Um, so yeah, um, and I've been having a pretty good day. It's been uh, I've been having an off day from work, so that's good. Um, uh, yeah. So I've been working out, trying to get in shape, and it's been good. It's been good. I've just sat down with my old man and ate some kebab, and it was lovely. So thank you for that, Dad. Um, all right. Sorry, I was just gonna check a thing. Oh no, what's up now? Oh, okay, okay, I think we're good. I think I thought my internet had started to hang up on me. Uh, well, no one's here yet, but we'll see. We'll see if people come by. I've made some commercial commercials promoted on social media and such. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we are at the final part of Ammo Angels. So the final years, and well, where we left off, I had joined the band, Sine Cura, and band name it was coined by my guitarist at that time, Linus, and it meant without priest, which is very ironic. But he was an atheist, and yeah, so we chose that name, even though I'm a Christian. But I don't know. And yeah, so I joined that band, and things did not go as planned. We yeah, it did not go as planned. And I'm partly to blame for that too, because I didn't prioritize the band because I was part of Ammo Angels at the same time, but uh, I didn't prioritize Sine Cura. Sine Cura was more of a side thing, really. Yeah, it was more of a side thing, and yeah, so I have myself to blame for that. Honestly, I really do. But yeah, I was in the band. We made a song, uh, and it was pretty good. It was more of a kind of like a um, well, it was heavy metal at least, kind of classic rock. So we made one song. We didn't record it, and well, what happened there was, yeah, it's a long story. Basically, what happened was, uh, oh yeah, I should go into Angels first because that leads into it. Okay, so let me start over. So, we had been, yeah, we got, as I mentioned in the previous video, we had gotten Linus as guitarist, and we had gotten Tony as a drummer in our band in Ammo Angels, and we were very excited about it. And we as usual, we practiced for a year, and we practiced for a year, and we made some songs, and we contacted, or I should say that Niels, our guitarist, contacted a studio, and he, and we got to come there. Um, we paid for it, of course. It wasn't cheap, but we well, we could pay for it, so yeah. And yeah, so yeah, we we went there, we recorded. But I could tell that, well, the relation, as I mentioned in my previous video, between me and Linus was not the greatest at all. Sadly. So yeah, that definitely affected it. It was a very. It wasn't so much. It was a kind of a mix. It was, if you ask me, you kind of felt that when I look back at it, it felt like the band was, you were kind of beginning to feel that the band was splitting apart. And I didn't know it back then, but I think that was kind of the feeling. So it was kind of a mix of excitement and a mix of frustration because, well, me and Linus did not go together. That was just a fact. And so yeah, but we recorded the album in the studio. And yeah, we did it for a few days. And well, it was kind of fun. It was a fun recording session. We did and that was the last demo we did actually before we split up. And yeah, that's basically what we did. We after this we split up, and it was a very special situation. At this time, we had been to the US, me and my guitarist Nils, and Nils fell in love with the US, and he planned to move there. So the band would not continue on, and in my mind, I thought that it's cool, I can take over. Looking back, I know I could not. there's there was no chance that I was going to be able to take that responsibility. Uh, so yeah, but yeah, and it was very interesting how the band split up, because basically we knew that Nils was going away, but I was thinking that, well, I still got my band members and stuff, so it's fine, they're staying. I got Simon, I got Tony. I was planning on firing Linus, although that's kind of an interesting story. He called me up and he told me that, you know what, I'm gonna quit the band. So I didn't have to do that. But yeah, so that's basically how he left. And oh yeah, And so yeah, we split up basically. After Linus told me that he was leaving, Tony and Simon was like, "Yeah, we're leaving too." And it was a tough time for me. I remember sitting on the bathroom because we were home at Linus' place, and this was before he left the band. And I was like, I was crying. Honestly, I was so devastated because you gotta understand, this was my thing, and in my mind, this was my future. In my mind, we were going to take the stages, we were going to do the albums, all of that shit. And suddenly, it's like a rug that is swept underneath you. And hey, by the way, I don't know who's watching, but thank you for coming by. So anyway, where was I? But yeah, so it was kind of like my world was crumbling apart, really, because the band was everything I had. It was my everything. But yeah, the band split up, and I was devastated. By this time, as I mentioned previously, I was in another band with my friend Eddie, called Sine Cura. And it was more of a side thing, really. But as well, I didn't have much of a choice because suddenly the band that I had uh, didn't prioritize became like, okay, well, I could probably be in this band now. And well, it's a long story what happened with Sine Cura. There was a lot of misunderstandings that led to it's honestly, guys, it is this thing with Sine Cura could have been a movie. It honestly could have been a movie because there's so much things there. Uh, Basically, what I think happened, I've heard two versions. This is very interesting. I've heard two versions, and Eddie says that it was Linus that gave Eddie an ultimatum that you gotta fire Chris. And so there was some intrigues there, like Game of Thrones shit. Yeah. Uh, and so Eddie claims that Linus gave an ultimatum. I will not, because he left Sine Cura because of me, too. And Eddie wanted to get him back. And so Linus made an ultimatum that well, I'm not coming back unless you fire that guy. Uh, and so that's the first version. Uh, and then I asked Linus because we had a talk um, on the phone afterwards, and Linus claims his version is that Eddie called him and he suggested, like, well, what if we get rid of Chris, get rid of me? So yeah, I'll tell you, it's really Game of Thrones shit going on there. Uh, so yeah, that was very interesting. Uh, and but yeah, and it led to a lot of misunderstandings. And I can say that I have no idea. Even to this day, I have no idea what happened, how things went, because I have those two different stories to go on. So it's yeah, it's very interesting, much interesting. But anyway, so what happened was it became a misunderstanding. Uh, I left him the keys to the rehearsal hall. I left them to Eddie, and because I was shocked because he told me in school, went to the same school, and and he came and told me like, well, you're out of the band. And in pure shock, I left them. What I didn't think about, the keys to the rehearsal hall, was written on my mom's name. So my mom was paying for this rehearsal hall that we rehearsed in. And so we had to, it was very interesting. I had to call Eddie. And I was mad at him, he was mad at me. So yeah, but we went there, me and my dad. Eddie came out of his apartment. He used to live with his mom back then. And he was pissed. Didn't say anything. Well, here's the keys. Because he, as I understood it, I mean, we are good friends now. We patched up all these things, talked it out and such. So we're really good friends now. So this is in the past, but it's interesting, to analyze things like this. And yeah, but I think that Eddie didn't think about that I was the one who actually, that my mom's name was on those keys. So he thought that, well, I can just keep on going without Chris. And, and he had hired two singers who was two classmates from school. And it was a lot of, yeah, you can hear, it's very much drama. There was an incredible amount of drama. Really, could have been a reality show. Chris Crazy Life. For real. But yeah, so we got the keys. Eddie was pissed at me. Oh yeah, we had such a quarrel. Because and the band was pissed at me because well, they felt like, oh, you ruined it for us. So it was very special. It was a very special time of my life. And it was, by that time, it was one of the hardest things, definitely, because I was out of the band. I think the band I had was, sorry, I'm rambling. I was kicked out from, no, the band I had from the beginning, Ammo Angels, has split up, and then the other band that I was in now had kicked me out, which is definitely understandable. I mean, I really understand where they came from. I didn't prioritize it. I didn't take it seriously. And yeah, I just think that the timing was horrible. They definitely could have done a better job, but well, it's in the past, so I'm over it. Uh, but yeah, and so we sorted this thing out. Me and Eddie, we became friends again. And well, the interesting, because you would think that this was the end, that Ammo Angels, it was over. Oh no, because well, I tried with several musicians. I really tried to patch it up again. Like I was thinking, well, all these other cool bands, they just, change out the members. And so I was thinking I could do the same, and so I was trying with that. I was trying. And it didn't go anywhere. I met a guy, Oscar. He played guitar. Funny enough, it turned out that he was an atheist too. I don't, I don't know. It was it was kind of hilarious because I had just had a quarrel with a with a guitarist who was atheist, so it was kind of ironic. Uh, but yeah, so he and I, we tried to start it up, and he was on board. Um, but I don't know. Oscar was, he was nice, but I didn't feel like we connected um, completely. I no, I didn't feel like we connected. And I kind of well, Eddie was actually he was going to be in it, but and he I remember one rehearsal he was like when we were rehearsing, me, Eddie, and Oscar. And Oscar was like, "Oh, we could maybe change the chords." And Eddie was like, and you know, I was like, "Oh, it's fine." And Eddie was like, "But it's your song. Like you decide." And I don't know. I maybe was just afraid of losing Oscar that I was just went along with it. I honestly don't know. Excuse me, I'm just gonna take a sip of water here. Ah, there we go. So yeah, I don't know what happened honestly. I mean, you have to forgive me. It's been, I mean, this was maybe uh 2011, I believe. I think it was 2011. So yeah, you know, it's been a long time since then. I can't remember everything. Uh, yeah, but it was something like that. And me and Oscar, we tried to go on. Um, and but yeah, we couldn't find any band members. So it was basically just me and Oscar. And I felt that yeah, I felt that there was no point because we were just two. So it led to me putting down Ammo Angels uh, for well uh, well it was the first time that I did it. Well, the first time it was split apart. But I put it to sleep. I put it on ice, and a while later, I think a year or so, um, Oscar contacted me out of the blue, and he was like, "You know what? I got a good feeling about this band. I think we should try again." And so I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, let's do that." And so we met up in the park, and I hadn't been open with that I had autism. Um, so I told him, and he was well. He didn't handle it very well. The first thing he asked, like, "Well, are you gonna forget your lyrics when we play, or are you gonna just zoom out when we're live?" And I was like, "No, no, no, of course not, of course not." And well, to this day, I haven't really. I've been present, so that's kind of true. Um, actually. Uh, but yeah. So and that's where I too discovered that he was an atheist. And well, I have to remind you that we were playing songs with Christian lyrics. Um, uh, and yeah. So that wasn't his cup of tea. Really. And uh, so yeah, we didn't go well together. So Oscar left. The what happened was actually uh he got an offer. He told me on he me on we were buddies, but and he wrote to me saying that uh, I got a new band. I got an like offer, and I felt like I. So he apologized. He was very nice about it, and I was like, yeah, well, good luck. And that was basically it. I had to find another one. I had to find a new member. So time went on. I put on an ad. Put out an ad on well, a musician ad site. I didn't pay for it, but so yeah. What's up? Huh? Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I was a bit confused because I didn't see the audio going out. But yeah, I think it's fine. Um, but yeah, so and time went on. I got a and then this guy contacted me. I think this was, I think it was 2012. It might have been 2012. Uh, yeah, it might have been. Because I got an offer, and I tried to. Yeah, we tried it out. We met. Um, I met this guy. His name was Richard, and he was a very nice guy. He was into 80s rock too. So, I thought like, well, this could be something. He was a drummer too. Um, and well, I mean, we got along and stuff. But the thing was, I had started to play guitar. I actually play guitar uh, on the let's see. Let me think here. I play guitar on the um, or I'm just checking one thing here. Hang on. I'm just checking one thing here. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah. So, yeah, but we tried, and I had started to play guitar, as I said, and we tried to play together. The thing is, I am terrible at rhythm, so I had to adjust, and we tried to play together. But uh, yeah, what happened was that he got so irritated at me. He was like, you gotta play with a rhythm," because I had played guitar, but I hadn't learned to play with others. I just learned to play my way. Um, so what happened was that honestly, I lost interest, honestly, to play with him because it kind of, yeah, it became too much. So I didn't contact him. I just didn't want to. And so what happened was that I actually let that contact die out. And but he was fine, he joined another band. Um, so I don't think he liked me very much after that. Uh, I happened to see him at a later time in my life, and well, he wasn't very happy to see me. Let's put it that way. I understand that. I definitely understand that. Uh, so yeah, but well, we so yeah, I lost Richard, and I went on looking for guitarists, looking for, well, musicians basically, and I couldn't find any. There wasn't any musicians, uh, and what happened was that, well, until the year of 2012. 2012, we actually we were graduating, me, Eddie, and well, our class. And we had this offer to play for free, of course, to play in front of the graduation. What's it called? Students? I don't know. It's called studenter in Swedish. Graduates. Oh yeah, that's true. Graduates. Um, and so yeah, and that led us to like, hey, this worked pretty good because we had our classmate Ivan with us too. Um, and so he was playing drums. He was a pretty skilled drummer actually. And so what happened was that we thought like, you know what? We should totally try this. And so we did. We uh, we got together. We went to the rehearsal hall again. Uh, Unfortunately, at this time, we had lost access to it. My mom wasn't paying anymore, and it was very expensive as well to have that rehearsal hall. So we couldn't pay for it because we were broke, basically. I mean, I was working, but I wasn't making that much money, and neither was Simon and Eddie. Um, and so yeah, but we got there, uh, and it was very interesting. Because we had so much trouble with that lineup of Ammo Angels. We had so much trouble with that lineup. Um, and it just wasn't meant to be. Because the thing was, we had trouble with Ivan not showing up on time. He wouldn't show up, and we would have to just cancel a lot of times. And we made new songs, and they were good. They were really good, honestly. And yeah, but most of the time, you know, Eddie and me, we were sitting at my house because I was living next door to the rehearsal hall. So it was very close for me. And most of the time, Eddie used to come to me, and we'd just play. And that's basically how we rehearsed. And that's not all. The few times that we came and Ivan was with us, we couldn't get in because the personnel of that what's it called, youth center, was so dumb. I mean, they were so dumb that they were like, we came there and like, yeah, we're gonna rehearse, and they were like, oh, really? Do you have any keys? And we were like, no, you have the keys. And they're like, no, we don't. And we were like, okay. And that was the story so many times. We either came there, and there was one time that they got this stupid answer. It was incredibly stupid. They were like, oh yeah, we don't have the keys. And I was like, okay, what happened to them? And she was like, well, you know, one of the youths got it, and they never came back with it. And we were like, I remember I was surprised. I was so surprised that I didn't even know what to say because it's just, I was like, are you kidding me? And so many times we actually never got into the rehearsal hall. And the times we got into the rehearsal hall and we were gathered, sometimes they would have just emptied the rehearsal hall. So without telling us. So we would have no instruments to play on. So we would have to leave the rehearsal hall. It was just insane. And I remember one time when I told the guys, just, you can rehearse without me. And they were like, yeah, cool. And we were going home. I had went up north to my hometown, Luleå. And I was with one of my aunts. And we were traveling together back to Gothenburg. And I got this phone call from Eddie, and he was like, Chris, it's happened again. I was like, what? we can't get into the rehearsal hall. And he was so depressed. He was so sad. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You got this is not happening. And yeah, and we and well, and you may ask, okay, but did you get any new members? Yeah, this was the thing about that. We met up with two guys. We met up with a guy called Kevin, and we hit it off perfectly. And and but the thing was, we didn't know this guy. We had gotten him through an ad, and so what we ended up doing, because he kept like, you know what, I'm gonna come and rehearse with you guys, and he didn't show up. And I used to contact him like, hey dude, where are you? And it was like, oh no, I can't come today. It's yeah, no, it's rough. And we were like, no, it's fine, you know. And we kept on trying and trying and trying, and the guy never showed up. He just came with excuses. And then we met up with another guy called Jack. And for me, this is how I viewed the situation. Um, for me, it was like this. I connected with Jack. I thought he was a good person, you know. I connected with him. Eddie and Ivan, however, felt like they were not interested. I don't know why. I don't know for what reason, but they were just not interested that day. They didn't try to talk with him. They didn't try to connect with him. So I actually had to do most of the talking. And he told us that he was like, no, you know what, I'm not interested. I didn't feel that we had that synergy and that chemistry, and you know. So I was like, okay, it's fine. And so what happened was, we waited a whole year for Kevin to show up. A guy who we never met, who we just felt like, well, this is the guy. And we stuck to that. And he didn't show up for any rehearsal. And we, stupid idiots, waited for him to show up, even though he had never showed up. And we didn't consider just, you know, letting him go. So it was, and I was talking to my dad, and he was like, "You guys, I mean, you just gotta let him go." I mean, he hasn't showed up. So I was like, "Yeah, yeah, you're right, yeah." So yeah, so we let him go, and yeah, we let him go, and yeah, we kept on going. And I think we came to the conclusion that this is not gonna work. So we felt forced to put it to sleep, put Emma Angels back to sleep, and so we did. So the rest of that year it was put to sleep, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to give up, and so the next year we were back together again, and we tried again, and it looked promising. We met a guy called Leo, and we thought he fitted in perfectly. Um, and I got him. I think no, he was. It turned out that he was a friend of a guy I used to know named Osnell. Pretty nice guy actually. Uh, and yeah, but and he was like, yeah, sure, I love to come again, you know, and play with you. But he never showed up. He never showed up ever again. Uh, and yeah, he and we didn't. I don't think we could reach him. I don't think he answered my messages. So he just showed up. I mean, he didn't show up. So we had to let him go. And yeah, mind you, the rehearsal hall was still a mess. And people didn't come. Ivan was still the problem. Big problem. Uh, and well, to be honest, there was a lot of. I can say this because Eddie. Oh, Eddie knows this too. He's told me this too. So he agrees with this. But yeah, Eddie didn't show up either, which is completely understandable. He felt like this band is not going anywhere, and it wasn't. It definitely wasn't going anywhere at all. Um, so we just kept on playing as best as we could. Uh, but honestly, I gotta tell you, I was so stressed out. By this band, I was mentally feeling ill. I threw up. I was so stressed, and I did not go to work because of this. And yeah, so it was very rough for us. And what happened was that me and Eddie met at my house, and we just kept playing together. It was a lot of fun. Uh, and the thing was, when we started, I don't know how it happened, but we took it as a sign that when we started and we made a Facebook page for Am Angels, uh, suddenly the same day, likes were just flooding in out of nowhere, and it was crazy. We went to like I don't know, like 400 likes or something. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Uh, and we took it as a sign. We took it like, oh, this is it. This is now the winds have turned. Of course, it turned out that it was not that way at all. Uh, and yeah, but yeah, we kept on struggling. We got in a guitarist. I got in contact with a guitarist. Um, I got him his phone number. I spoke to him, and he was like, "Oh, sure, I'll come, I'll come." And so we told him where he was, and for him, and he didn't show up. Again, a guitarist that didn't show up. It was kind of amazing, but that's the way it was. And so we had to look after another guitarist. So at one point, I asked my friend because I knew he could play guitar, um, named Lucas, and we hit it off. We hit it off very well, and yeah, so we hit it off very well. But the thing was, Lucas wasn't really interested in being with a band, and yeah, so yeah, we didn't have a choice. He was like, "Nope, I'm not interested." And so we kept on searching, and we found another guitarist. He came and played with us, and it was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll and worked out fine." It was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll come and play with you." He was much older though. Had to work and everything. I think it was in like I don't know, his 30s or something. And at this time, it was like I think it was 20, and it was something in that age too, and Ivan too. Um, but yeah, so we sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Where were we? While I do that, I'm just gonna take a sip of water. Sorry, I hit the mic now with a bottle. Um, but yeah, so he left. That guitarist left. And I don't think we. What happened next was that we just I had to face the facts, and I think we kicked. That was the thing. We kicked out Ivan because he just didn't show. Like he kept going, and me and Eddie was like, he rang to me. And oh yeah, I got my mental health was so bad at this point that we actually we got to the doctor, and he said that you're feeling this way because you're stressed because of all of this going on. Uh, and that's how I learned that my body works that way. So yeah, and which led to that. Yeah, we didn't have much of a choice, honestly. I tried because Eddie called me, and it was like, Chris, I don't feel like this is a good idea. I feel like we should just put this band to sleep and just, and and I didn't feel feel like what I wanted to do really. So I was like, you know what? No, it's fine, because uh this is just a test. Like God is gonna, and I really believe this. That I believe this back then. I don't believe this now. Um, but I really believe that God was going to. This was just the devil trying to sabotage for us, because that was my view back then. I have a bigger view of that now. So but yeah, so he was like, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Let's do this. Yeah, let's try." And so I got off the phone. I was alone in my apartment, my old apartment back then. Uh, and and I was thinking about like, do I really want to go through this again? Another year of all this crap where nothing works? And I was like, no, I'm no, I'm done. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And so I called up Betty and I told him, you know what? I'm sorry, but I, I spoke too soon. I can't do this, Eddie. And he was like, you know what? I understand. I feel the same way. And we both agreed, like, yeah, because this is just messed up. This is not going anywhere. And so I put it to sleep, and that was the end of Ammo Angels. Last thing I did was that foolishly I deleted our uh, fan page on Facebook, which was really dumb because we had a lot of people following us. Looking in, in hindsight. But I deleted it, and there's a reason for that. Because Linus was talking smack about me in the comment sections. It was he was directing people there. I was like, yeah, look at this. Because we had done a live show together. Me and Linus. That was the only live show we did, and we had taken pictures that we put up on our website. Oh no, our Facebook page. And so we was leading people there, and he was talking smack about me. Yeah, yeah. But this guy, he was so stupid. Like, well, but like you play well. It's like, yeah, but this guy, it's like, and he was doing it openly. He wasn't even like hiding it or something. And so in my mind, I felt like, well, you know what? Yeah, let's just uh, remove this. Let's just delete this. And so I did, uh, which was real stupid. So yeah, there you have it. That was basically what happened with Ammo Angels. And looking back, I am so thankful that we got to do, because honestly, I got to live it. Even if I didn't get to the big stages, I didn't get to do, you know, uh, the things that I wanted to with a band. I got to live the freaking rock and roll life, because I got to go to USA. Not with Ammo Angels, but I got to go with another, like with my school, and record an album there. I got to perform for like 1,000 people at one point, and so I got to do a few live shows. And you know what? I'm really thankful for that. I really am. So, and I got to be like kind of a star. I mean, I was in the news. I was in yeah, I got to talk about the band. I got to promote the band. We actually got a few fans even. I mean, most people really dug our music. So I'm really happy. With could I've done things different? Yeah, definitely, definitely. On my part, I definitely could have done things better, but I was immature. I wasn't. I was very young back then. I didn't know much better. Uh, and so yeah, and well, you might ask, what is the future of Ammo Angels? And that is a good question. Well, as it looks right now, like Tony, I don't have any connection with anymore. I met him at one point in the city. We talked a bit, and I haven't seen him since. Um, and yeah, and it happened a thing between us. It was kind of messy. I don't really want to get into it, but it was kind of a conflict, and let's just say I regretted the way I acted. So, but you do bad things, and that's, yeah. I think we all can agree that we do bad things when we're younger, especially in our like 20s. Uh, but yeah. So yeah, I met him at one point. Uh, Nils, well, he still lives in U.S. and I'm singing in a worship team. And that's basically it. What I do, I write songs from time to time, but like I don't have really any big plans of starting any band or such. I know Eddie wants to. I know he does. And a part of me kind of wants to, you know, but it just needs to be time, really. Because that was a big part of my life, and I feel like I need to have people with the same mindset, because I didn't feel like I had people with the same mindset, and that's why it really didn't work out in the end. So if I want, uh, I want to really play Christian rock because my heart belongs to God. Um, just to be honest with you, and so I really want that. I really want to play Christian rock at some point. I don't know how, but yeah. So if I do, I just gotta find people who has the same mind, same heart for Christ, where there is no division, Because I was lucky that my guys in Ammo Angels was just, yeah, sure, cool. You can sing whatever you want, even if we don't really believe it, but it's. So that was cool. Um, oh, sorry, of them. But yeah, and well, Simon, he's a drummer. Last I heard, he was a drummer in another band. Um, And yeah, he was a drummer in another band. He settled. Um, well, he what do you say? He changed course, so he doesn't play bass anymore. Uh, I don't know if he does it now. He's actually just like me. He's cut his hair. Uh, he works and everything. So, and Linus, well, as you understand, I haven't talked to him. He probably hates me, uh, which I semi understand and semi don't understand. Uh, but yeah, that's on him if that is the way it is. Um, and yeah, Eddie and me, we're good friends. We had a fallout with Ivan. Uh, I don't know what was going on. He just lashed out on me on Facebook, and yeah, that was basically it. I couldn't keep his friendship. And yeah, as for everyone else, I haven't had any contact with any of the other members. So yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't rule out if people really wanna, let's say, Tony or someone comes some years down the road, and we feel like we want to do like a revival of some sort. Maybe not a, you know, not to make it big or anything, but just like a fun thing. Uh, I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay with doing it. So, but yeah, I mean, at the moment though, I'm much more focused on my new project. After Ammo Angels, I wrote a book. Actually, it's not released, but it's a fantasy book, and it's about it's about a boy who gets into a underwater world, and he gets captured, and now he has to prove that he is the hero in their legend who's gonna save their world from the evil uh, forces of evil. Uh, and that's all I'll say. So hopefully it'll be released at some point. And well, since I'm done with that one, I'm just focusing on creating a manga story. I've had an idea uh, for it for a while, so we've been working for a few years now on that one. And yeah, that's basically it. So, Ammo Angels, sure. Uh, would I reunite it? I mean, I would reunite it if it was with the old members. If it was with new members, it would have been. It would have to be like, because the way I view it is this: I gave that band to God. I put it in His hands, and I told Him, "This is your band." And so it's not really up to me. Let's just say it that way. It's not really up to me if this uh, comes back. It's really up to Him, honestly. So we'll see what the Lord has, what kind of plans He has. But with that said, thank you so much for everyone who showed up. Uh, I had a few viewers at least, so thank you so much for showing up, and thank you for listening and showing interest and stuff. And yeah, I'll probably do some kind of new video. It just won't be as often. I mean, it won't be often, so just be prepared. But it will come up at some point. But thank you so much, everybody. I'm gonna head out now and chill out. So yeah, and if you don't have anything to do, pick up a pen and draw anything. Giter out.